Fire in the hole! Let's cook some cabbage! Stay tuned! Yeah, so I was inspired to make this recipe by a couple of friends of mine, and one of them is Michael Clark, who runs the YouTube channel Michael's Home Cooking, and the other is my buddies Jerry and Jimmy, who have Double J Barbecue, and they both made a version of this dish not too long ago. I'm going to make my version of it. I'm going to tweeze it up a bit. You know, I'm going to give it the old root boy tweeze, and that we're going to begin that off with some bacon. Start off with some bacon. That's the tweeze right there, baby. That's the tweeze. You cook up some bacon first. Yeah, nothing like bacon frying in a pan. You hear that? Woohoo! So let's get that bacon rendered down a little bit. Some of that bacon fat liquid. Yes, sir, bacon. What's better than that? Yeah, I'll put a link in the bucket for Double J Barbecue, Jimmy and Jerry, and a link in the bucket for Michael's Home Cooking. Mike Clark, he's a great guy, good cook. And you can look at their recipes, but this one's mine, and this is what I'm doing. This is my inside-out cabbage roll. Okay, so to that bacon, we're going to throw in some diced onion. The whole diced yellow onion right there. Get that cooked up in that bacon fat. Sweat it down. Some bell pepper. I forgot the garlic. I got to bring out some garlic. Need about 4 cloves of garlic in there. Need some other things too. This is a start. Let's get that sweated down and I'll get the rest of it together. Bring it out here. So stay tuned. Okay, we're back. We're going to put 4 cloves of minced garlic in the pot. Like so. Lobster piece. Okay. Get that garlic in there. How's that look so far? Pretty good, huh? Okay. Alright. Let's get down with some meat. We are, after all, about meat, fire, and beer. So let's put some meat in there. We're going to throw in some ground beef. Got about a pound of ground beef. We'll make it about a pound and a half of ground beef in there. Make it a little bit more. That's about a pound and a half of ground beef. We're going to put that in there. Get that cooking. Looking good so far. Hope you can see that. Hope we're all on camera. Getting our beef cooked up. Looks good enough to eat already, but we're not done. Not by a long shot. Got a whole bunch of other crap to put in here before we get to the point where we can let it simmer and drink a beer. That's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying. Okay. Alright, let's put some spices in that. Let's go with some salt. Himalayan pink salt. About a teaspoon. Some black pepper. Say a teaspoon of that. Let's go with a tablespoon of onion powder and about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder. We're going to put some oregano. About a tablespoon of oregano. Dried oregano. We're going to put some paprika. About a tablespoon of paprika. Then we got some thyme, dried thyme. We'll put about a tablespoon of that in there. If I can get the bag open. Yes, sir. Got it open. Okay, a little bit of dried thyme and a bay leaf. We'll throw a bay leaf in there. If I can get the bag open. There we go with our bay leaf. Okay, stir that around a little bit. Woo, that's hot. I'm going to brown up our meat a little bit, get those spices all incorporated in there. Okay, now we got the makings of some good cabbage stuffing going on there. That one piece of meat was a little bit frozen, but it's getting unglued right away. It'll be unglued before this is all over. I'll tell you what, I'll be unglued too. Okay, let's go in with some tomato paste. About a tablespoon of tomato paste. Almost didn't make it to the pot. We've got some diced tomatoes. 1. 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I'm going to stir that around a bit. Starting to look like something now, isn't it? Yeah, looking good. Meat's getting brown. You can almost eat that just like it is, but we ain't done. Not by a long shot. Okay, we're cooking it down now, boy. Getting her cooked down. Okay. Now, to that we're going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, which is to say about that much Worcestershire sauce. And some chicken stock, beef stock. Beef stock, about a half a cup of beef stock in there. Okay. Stir that around a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to look like something now, babies. Starting to look good. I think I needed a bigger pot though, because I still got to put a whole load of cabbage in there. Okay, get that one piece of meat broke up. Of course it'll come broke up because we're going to simmer this for a while. Get that bay leaf down in there. There we go. Okay, now here's where the root boy tweeze comes in at. We need a little bit more liquid, so we're going to put in some beer. A whole bottle of beer. This happens to be Paulaner Salvador beer. Something somebody gave me. It's a Doppelbock. It's good to cook with. I'm not really wild to drink it. There we go with that. Now I'm going to put a cup of rice in there. Cup of rice. Get that cooked up. Okay, there we go. We got plenty of liquid now. We might need some more beef stock later on, but I don't think we have room for a whole lot of it. But anyway, what we got to do now is put our cabbage in there. So stay tuned. We'll bring you back for the cabbage course. Yeah, my pot is bubbling away. I told you we're going to tweeze it up root boy style with some beer. Now we got to add the cabbage. I got a whole head of cabbage cut up here, but I can only add enough to make it to the top of the pot. So I might not get the whole head of cabbage in there. I hope I can. I want to. Let's put it that way. I'm going to try and get the whole head of cabbage in there. Yes, sir. See, I love stuffed cabbage, but I hate boiling the cabbage and rolling out the leaves and putting the stuffing in them, and then you got to bake it. You know, but this is great. Easy recipe. It's all in one pot. See that? Some more cabbage with that. I think I'm going to get the whole head of cabbage in there, believe it or not. And I'm going to get that incorporated down in there. Starting to look like something now, isn't it? Looks like a mess of cabbage, doesn't it? It is. Get that stirred up. Yes, sir. Inside out stuffed cabbage, because the stuffings are on the outside instead of on the inside. Get it? See? Another cutesy title from the root boy. Cutesy titles that don't mean nothing. Let's get the rest of my cabbage in there. I think I'm going to need a little bit more liquid. So I'm going to add some more of that beef stock. Enough beef stock in there to cover that cabbage up. Yeah, I think that's going to be the whole thing of beef stock, which is 32 ounces of beef stock. It's going to be some beefy tasting stuff. Tell you what, there you go. Inside out cabbage. That cabbage is going to cook down to nothing. You know how cabbage is. There you go. It's a windy day here. A windy day in South Florida. Perfect for inside out cabbage. Okay, well, let's let that cook a while. We'll probably move it off the hot fire and let it simmer for about an hour, let's say. And while that's happening, I think we should drink a beer, don't you? Yeah, I believe we should. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug. Rapidly defrosting. And here's one of my favorite brewing companies out of San Diego, California. Ballast Point Brewing Company with their Calico Amber Ale. Sounds good. I've had their Sculpin, which is an award-winning IPA that they brew out there in California. And I'm going to have some Calico ESB inspired ale. I'm not sure what that means. What's ESB? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, it's a nice looking amber ale, which I am kind of partial to. Amber ales. Some of my favorite beers. Getting quite a bit of head on that roll. I think that's for you, baby. Look at the head on that. You like that? How about if we put a little light on the subject? What do you think about that? Can't see it. Okay. Yeah, that's got a lot of head. So it looks good. Dedicated to the craft. Ballast Point. Ballast Point Calico. Let's take a sniff of that. I'm not sure what a amber ale is supposed to smell like, but let's find out. It smells really good. I can't really detect the scent of anything like grapefruits or anything like that, but it smells pretty damn good. Let's quaff the froth off it, Roll. What do you think? Small sips. Small sips. No more gulping. It's excellent. It's what I've come to expect from Ballast Point Brewing Company. They're one of the great craft brewing companies in the United States. They're in California, San Diego, California. And it's good beer. Good beer. Alcohol by volume, 5.5%. So that's sessionable. You could drink that all day. Okay, let's check out our inside out cabbage. Take a taste. That'll be the end of the video, babies. So stay tuned. So my inside out stuffed cabbage is looking really good. How do you think of that? How's that look? It looks like it's almost like a cabbage stew more than anything else. It's nice and beefy, meaty, plenty of cabbage and plenty of beef in it. Let's take a taste. That's exactly what I wanted. Just how I want it to taste. Perfect. I'm loving it. That's good. Turned out good. Excuse me. We're eating with my mouth full. Amber Ale from Ballast Point. Excellent. So like I always say, babies, you like this crap? Please subscribe. If you don't, go over and see my buddy the Tin Man. He's cooking up some stuff in a toaster oven and on the grill. He's everywhere. He's like Chicken Man. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Anyway, go over and see Jim, the Tin Man. Subscribe to my channel. Come back next week. We might not cook anything good, but I'll bet you we drink a beer. Bye.